did when we decided to write it is we had our theory. And our theory was that at any point where the poem tells you what happened, it's telling the truth. But at any point where somebody in the poem goes off stage and then comes back on and says, while I was in the other room, this is what happened, they could be lying.
Let me ask you.
And one of the things, Beowulf heads off after Grendel's mother. He disappears for 8 days, comes back looking rather exhausted, with Grendel's head, but not with anything.
Why would he not return?
Of Grendel's mother.
Having already killed Grendel, why would he not return with the mother's head?
And he, and we just started going, he's rather unreliable here. He's gone off, the concept of the unreliable narrator. So we liked the idea that there are places in, people can lie. People can come up, and especially in these wonderful sagas where people are forever standing up and going, I am Beowulf, and this is just what I did. I killed the mighty beast, and I killed the evil hag, and so we had enormous fun doing that, and still trying to play fair, as if it was some kind of peculiar game that we were going to be playing with English professors all around the world for the rest of time. We're in a weird universe in which what we're trying to give people is a reason to go to the cinema. We're actually trying to give people an experience they cannot get from their iPod.
Yeah,
and if you download the Beowulf trailer onto your iPod, you may be getting something where you're going, well, it's just sort of like a computer game but better, and are they people or what's going on?
In a postage stamp size trailer, which is the only one I could download.
Sitting there looking at it in 3D, it's an immersive experience, and I don't know, to be honest, I think what will happen is people will sell it to each other. I think that once people start to see it in 3D, they will be phoning their friends who said, well, I saw Beowulf, and why aren't they doing it with live actors and stuff, and say, fuck that, just come along and you've got to see this. You've got to see it. You haven't seen this thing before.
If I showed you an original Cinerama presentation on a TV screen, it would suffer. The movie
Well, it always does. Yeah. I mean, that's the weird problem. You're picking bits of film
and so it's, it's difficult to get it across. However, I do think Neil's right. The word will spread.
They say you have a monster here. They say your lands are cursed.
There have been many brave men who have come. But in the morning, there was nothing left but blood on the floor and the walls.
I am Beowulf. I will kill your monster. Tonight will be different. I am Ripper, Tearer, Slasher. I am the teeth in the darkness. Mine is strength and lust and power. I am Beowulf.
I don't think we'd do another Beowulf story, because the joy of Beowulf is he dies in the end. I think we can say that without fear of spoilers. And we keep that in there. We every now and then we've joked.
There's always Beowulf the early years, Neil.
Yeah, but we sort of half joked about doing Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
Taking the old Babylonian epic of man's quest for immortality and putting Angelina Jolie and having her take her kit off. Because frankly, I think that could be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could play one of the goddesses, or
let's do that.
Ereshkigal, the hairy man. Frankly, Angelina could do the whole thing.
Such a strong man you are, with the strength of a king.
What do you know of me, demon?
I know that underneath your glamour, you're as much a monster as my son, Grendel.
My glamour!
Whose choice was it to make a high-heeled demon too? That was something.
Isn't that wonderful? It's actually her foot. When you see it, it's like that's her rear. It's like a bird foot, and that's the rear claw.
That's the Zemicus fetish. You know.
That was definitely Bob. We didn't make that up. We just saw that and went, "You guys have to be
I
fucking
proudly
crazy.
pointed
That's
Bob.
Brilliant." Put it this way, I think that an English teacher with a recalcitrant class who don't think that Beowulf is interesting could take them to see Beowulf, that they would think it's interesting, and then they can sit around in class and argue about the bits that we changed, but it's still, they would still have the core of Beowulf there, and I think that would be important.
Are you the one they call Beowulf?
Roger goes, blah, 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 blah,
That is
and I go,
our show,
actually, boom, 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 boom. And Roger goes, oh, okay. What about blah, blah, blah? And I go, oh, yeah, boom, 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 boom. And it works because there are things on which we're so similar and there are things on which we're so different, and somehow that makes us a comfortable writing team.
Like chocolate and peanut butter were two great tastes that taste great together.
And also, of course, we both subscribe to the fiction that Roger actually wrote some of Beowulf and
I was
passed out dead drunk on the
honey
floor
wine
the entire
most of the time, yeah.
You know, let's put it this way. One of us wrote the script, one of us is contractually wrote the script. But we're not going to say which one, okay?
Are you the one they call Beowulf? Such a strong man you are. A man like you could own the greatest tale ever sung. Beowulf, stay with me. Give me a son, and I shall make you the greatest king that ever lived. This, I swear. You will forever be king. Forever strong. Mighty. Beyond imagination.
What are you? She's not my curse. Not anymore.